Taurus, this is your August 2022 soul story. If you have a sun, rising or moon in the sign, this is your reading. This is Romy. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. And we're going to give you some key astrological dates and messages that I hope are going to be helpful as you move through the next few weeks. Now, the influence of astrological events at the beginning of the month are going to be affecting you. Indeed, Taurus, with Mars conjuncting with Uranus and the North Node, which are both in your sign right now. Two of Wands is an indication that there are plans afoot, and there is a sense of there being lots of advice, and in a way none of it really feeling right for you. That's because you are meant to go your own way this month. You're going to have to stand strong in the winds of change, because those energies at the beginning of August are going to feel quite unpredictable and volatile. Now, we know that you're getting pushed and pulled and provoked and riled. It may come across as this exhausting energy moving between these highs and lows. Essentially, we're going through this kind of purification, this powerful transition, and it's really historic in terms of some of the changes that are going to be taking place both internally and as you observe in your life around you. You have to have the courage not to self-destruct this month, Taurus, okay? Which means we don't want you to be judging the low points. We want you to understand that the highs are going to more than balance themselves out in August, but you will oscillate between these two extremes more frequently perhaps than you would like to at times. Now, we are going to be moving towards Lionsgate energy on the 8th of the month, where the Earth and the Sun align with Sirius in the galactic center. The beautiful energetic downloads that are coming in during this time have the opportunity to bring about some really profound material manifestations. Your Queen of Pentacles coming in here, helping you to root and ground something in. It's tangible. You can believe in it. You can understand that, yes, this is actually time for you to take advantage, time for you to embrace, time for you to enjoy something. There's been so many lessons learned, and they may have felt that they carried a heavy price tag for you, Taurus, but honestly, they've shaped and molded you into something exceptional, something exquisite, something truly wise right now. And I want you to embrace this new part of yourself, because the energy that you're going to be feeling into is really helping to prepare you. It's giving you this inner strength and resolve, a level of toughness, if you like, a little bit more of a strong exterior, so that you can keep the life that you want, the dreams that you have intact, because there is going to be this continuing need to sort of come up against the adversity, and as we said, sort of stand strong as some of this turbulence carries on within the collective. We know it's not going to be letting up. There's going to be a continuation of these feelings and the absorption of some of the things that is helping us to kind of disrupt the status quo so that we can bring in better. What I want to remind you of this month, Taurus, is that you're not supposed to be chasing new things if they feel like they've got all of the hallmarks of your old patterns. It's only you yourself that are going to be able to identify that. The Ten of Swords says it would be really easy to slip into a little bit of victim mentality around certain aspects of your life. There's also something that you're so over it. Like I feel like you're so done, and there's a sort of restlessness to want to clear something out, an exhaustion really, because perhaps you've sort of overstayed your welcome. And I don't mean that in a negative, I just mean that there's maybe something that has been a part of your life that you're now just saying, yeah, it's not resonant with me anymore. I have outgrown it. And when we feel like we've outgrown an aspect of ourselves or an aspect of our life, it can start to feel super uncomfortable until we make the changes that the universe is asking of us. So you are going to be feeling that push-pull energy a little bit, because it is time for an upgrade. The important thing about this is that as something comes to an end, even if it's a little bit uncomfortably, a little bit painfully, at the same time, where the sun is rising in a new area of your life, I feel this excitement and I feel this kind of certainty from you that says, I know that this is the right way forward for me. And if it feels complicated, which honestly in August it's probably likely to in more than one area of your life, don't be afraid to simplify it, Taurus. What do you need to do to help strip it back? There's this sense, I feel, for all of us this month of the kind of sink or swim energy a little bit. Wheel of Fortune is coming in for you, Taurus, which means that there is this unexpected invitation, I think, that's coming your way directly from the universe. Now, it might show up in specific connections or opportunities, doors that are opening for you. We need you to be in a position where you're ready to say yes. That means that the shedding that is taking place simultaneously as these new beginnings are showing up is very, very necessary, because it would not be to your advantage to try to cling on and hold on to what's been, and at the same time have the capacity to be able to not only enjoy but to give yourself permission to embrace this new life that's unfolding for you. And it really is going to feel like that a little bit. Now, the full moon is going to come in the sign of Aquarius on the 11th of the month. The same day, Venus is going to shift into Leo. I think that there's a boldness about how you're feeling around that time. Expect some real synchronicity to start to show up during that moment. There may be a need on your part to want to connect or to reconnect or to feel that sense of kinship with important people around you, wanting to sort of draw people closer in. Perhaps there's been distance, or you felt for a while you needed to be overly protective around yourself or certain areas of your life. So there's a nice opening up quality that we also pick up as we move through this August. And that should also form part of a new sense of celebration. Again, not only about yourself, what you've been through, perhaps the readiness to want to share some of that experience in a way now that you've come out of the other side of it, if you like. We're also going to be enjoying Venus trining with Jupiter on the 18th of the month. And with all that fire of Venus in Leo and Jupiter in Aries, there is this capacity for us to kind of come right into the vision of something that we've been waiting for. It feels passionate. It strikes a chord in our heart space. Maybe it's a person, maybe it's, finally having the time to be able to bring something in that's a creative project, or just kind of feeling like, this is what I've been waiting for. And again, I think that Wheel of Fortune has something to do with that. You may even find that some of the people that you're connecting to, reconnecting with, having those conversations with around that energy of the full moon, are bringing something to light that you needed. It was like the final piece of the jigsaw in order to facilitate this passion making its way towards you. But it has a real kind of quality of like love at first sight, which, should help to elevate your energy, especially if you've been dealing with some of the kind of ups and downs of the wider collective energy through this month, okay? Now, Mars is going to be moving into Gemini on the 20th. We want you to pay attention to this transit, because in the weeks to come, Mars will be going retrograde in the sign. So we have a green light this month to make the most of it. Things can happen very quickly. Knight of Swords here. We can at times sort of charge forward a little bit aggressively, but sometimes that's needed just to kind of push through. Now, in your second house, for a focus around your sense of value, your sense of worth, material possessions, there'll be something here that you're feeling a real sense of urgency to want to deal with and to sort out. Rightly you should, because when Mars goes retrograde, there'll have to be a reconsideration. There may be some rest required. You'll have to pore back over the details. You'll have to think about different ways to keep your momentum and your energy levels at an optimum place. So August is a time when you can take advantage of that, okay? The sun will then shift into Virgo on the 22nd in a fellow earth sign, and that's going to be really supportive for you. What we feel is that you're going to need to make sure that something is locked in, is kind of what the guides are telling me. Lock something in before the end of the month, okay? You'll feel really happy with yourself that you did, because in the weeks to come it may be that certain shifts or changes or events that take place would have left you in a much worse position, but you've managed to do something when you felt inspired, or you felt ready, or you felt like you should. Now, the new moon will come in Virgo on the 27th, so there's a reset energy around this for you as well, so pay attention to that. Now, we usually do our 9-card block in the Soul Stories Taurus. We're going to continue to do that, but this month, a little bit of a change to the format. I'm going to do the reveal for this in our extended reading. You can find the details for that in the description and the comment section underneath if you are new to the channel. And we will talk for another 25 minutes or so to give you deeper insight into your month ahead. So let's go ahead and pull your oracle cards. We're going to do astrology card first of all, Taurus. Let's see what wants to come out. Okay, you have the energy of Mars showing up. Beautiful. We'll go deeper into that in our extended. And this is my Life Soul Vision Oracle deck, which you can pre-order right now. You can see a full preview of this over on my website. Thank you so much if you've already pre-ordered. I can't wait for you to start using and working with the energies. So let's go ahead and see what wants to come through for you. You have the card of Alchemize the Ache. Beautiful. I'll be sharing that with you shortly. All right, so we normally invite you to think about a personal question. I'm going to do that again, so just put your focus on that for me, Taurus. And let's go ahead and clarify this main block of cards so that we know which direction we're going to be taking this extended reading for you. Okay, 2 of Wands. Coming in with the 8 of Pentacles. And the High Priestess. 5 of Swords and the King of Cups here. What about this 10 of Swords, the Sun? Where have you felt slightly burned? What I want to say with that. Hermit's coming through. A little bit of a retreat. I'm just going to pull one more there. 7 of Cups, okay. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, 9 of Cups, lovely. And we have the Knight of Pentacles there. All the decks that I use, Taurus, to be reminded, are listed in the description box underneath the video as well. Okay, so you've got Tower coming in. And the Emperor, okay. Let's pull some additional clarifiers for our unrevealed cards. Okay, Taurus, thank you so much for tuning in for your August Soul Story. Can't wait to continue this conversation, the extended, if you would like to join me there. Otherwise, I'm going to wish you a beautiful month ahead, and I'll see you again next time.